Hey, welcome back. So let's continue. So if you haven't subscribed, as usual, please subscribe or like the video, share my content. That way I can grow my channel and make more content. All right, guys, so let's continue with our e-commerce website. So let's add a few more items here, but before we do that, let's fix a few things that will make our adding experience a little bit better. So here, when I refresh, because I still have the residual data, if I refresh here, I have only one item. Now, if I want to add here, we have this issue where if I browse and add an item, I don't actually see the image over here. So we can change that a little bit. So let me come to my let me close some of these. So I will go to views, and inside eShop, right here where is admin, and then product.php. Is this the one? Yes. So there's this function we created called display image, but we want two of these functions, or we can use the same one and just change what we grab over here, right? So we can do that. So here I can put a section that says type, or whatever it is here. We just want to use this as a parameter to check what to actually grab here, but everything else should remain the same. Instead, this is better than having to create another function that's exactly like this one. So we can just reuse this. So I'll say type here. So the only part that changes is this, the item we grab. So what I will say is, this is JS product images, right? So instead of having this, what I will do is put a that inside there, and then put a plus, and then put type. Or instead of type, let's just say element. I think that's more descriptive. Element, and I will say element as well here. But I can see it's complaining here for some reason, and that's because I have this something like that. Okay, so then we can get to give it exactly which element to grab over here. Okay, and everything remains the same, and so it's gonna work. So display image, very good. So let's go up here now and add let me grab this and click find. Let me click find here. Okay, so what we are looking for is this. This is what we were looking for the first time. So I will copy this. That's the item right there. And then I'll put provision at the very end of these. So I'll just select all of them at once so I can do it one time. Put a comma, put my single quotes, and put that in there. So I'm telling it what to grab. Easy peasy, right? And now what I will do is I will copy this, a few things from here. First of all, I will copy this div and take it to the add new product section right here. But of course, this is for the add, so edit product images. Wait a minute, edit product images. Yeah, so this is the styling class. That's the one with the styles. So I think I can leave that. This is the one we use for grabbing this item. So I think it would be nice to have a JS product images add like this, and then we can put one for edit on the other one. But let's leave it like this for now. And then I will capture my on change event listener and copy that guy, take it up here and add it to one of these. So obviously on the file here, so I'll click on this, on all these image thingies, then paste, put a space there. Then I want to grab this and put add at the end because we've changed This one we've added add at the end like that. That's because we wanted to grab this item instead of the other one that we should have added edit there just for, I think for consistency. Let's do that. Right here I will put edit like so, and then do the same thing over here just to be consistent, so that it's important. Consistency is important because you will come back in 2 years time to this code and you want to know exactly what you were doing, and then if it's confusing with this naming, you'll be confused as to what you were trying to do. So keep that in mind. Yes, so I think everything seems pretty good. But now the thing is, we don't have, on the edit side we have a function that actually adds those images there, but we don't have one here. So all we need to do is create the images in advance, and this is enough. Just doing that, 1 2 3, I think there are 4 of them, and that's enough, just like that. Okay, so let's come back here and see what we have done. So I will refresh and click there, and as you can see we have these 4 items there. Pretty good, yeah. But okay, so let's just test them before we go any further and getting all excited. There we go. So they are working just fine. See, this is the beauty of consistency, is it becomes easier to extend your code. Okay, but let's just make this bigger so that these buttons are not so close down there. So let's come up here. This is add new, but then there's edit. So we want to edit product images. This is not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is add new, and then there's edit product. So this one is 600 pixels, so let's copy that. Exactly 600 pixels. Now, considering all this is exactly the same, you know, we could have done better with this, because look at this. There's a width here, background color, exactly the same, shadow. So anytime you're repeating your code, then just know you could do better. So let me see first of all if edit product is being used anywhere in this page. Oh, so it is being used extensively actually. So I will leave it at that. This is why it's good to have a separate entity for the JavaScript and a separate one for styling. So maybe let's do that. So instead of this add new styling and this edit, because we're repeating this too much, so what we're going to say is panel add, let's just do this, add edit underscore panel, add or edit panel, just like that. And let's delete this one, we don't need it no more. Then we just put this add edit panel where we need it. So there's this add new. We are using add new for capturing the content here, so this is why it's nice to put a JS at the beginning so you know the difference. And so let's leave a space and put that add edit panel so that we don't lose our styling. So come back here, same thing here, put add edit panel, and we are good to go. Okay, refresh and let's click back again. Okay, so there we go. And now if I click browse, I can do my thing. So VitBix, yes, let's try this one. VitBix 1.4. Okay, that 1.4 might not work out. kg. So if you're going to be using those dots in there, better come to your product class here inside the description and add that full stop right here. So let's just add it somewhere here, even at the end there, just a dot like that, just to include it. And probably maybe underscores are cool, they're okay, and dashes, these hyphens, they are okay. So dot that. If you want people to be using commas, you can add those as well. Comma, just add, go to town with the symbols that you want to add here. Okay, so 1.4 kg, I think that's what it is. So let's put a quantity, let's put category food, let's add a reasonable price, 99, and then let's browse here and just add some random content over here. Yes, ain't that nice? I actually kind of like this one at the top, but let me not get carried away with images here. Let's stick to the point and then hit save. So clearly I'm having issues here. Let me go to inspect element. I don't know what the error could be. Let's look at the console. So it's saying warning, preg match, compilation failed, the range is out of order. This is on line 20, of course, it's on line 20. So it's saying, I think these symbols I've added are not, it's because of this, you see this slash here. This slash is thinking this is a range. That's why it's saying range out of order. Just the same way we have A to Z, 0 to 9 using this hyphen. So what we could do is just put a slash like this so that it's taken as a literal item there. So let's see if that actually works. So let me hit save again. Product added successfully. So it worked after all. Close that. So once you put a slash like this, then you tell it that this is a literal value and not to be taken as a special character. Okay, so there we go. So we have VitBix here, 1.4 kgs, and let's come back here and go to our homepage. Yes, okay, there we go. VitBix, click on it, and there we go. And as you can see inside the slug, it's well done there for us. Okay, so pretty good. But before we get too excited, we forgot to check if the slug exists and then make sure that we are not repeating ourselves. Okay, so we'll do that in the next video.